Oh, hi! Welcome to the Juggalo Dungeon. You're here with me. My name is Shovel of Precious Juggalos, and what you're about to watch is a very brief overview video of the creation of a Precious Juggalo for a lovely young lady all the way out in California that works for a business called the Sweetest Sting. Stick around. It's a good one. So here we are looking at the original Precious Moments piece before it was altered. This would be a look at the business's Instagram account just for inspiration and color palette. And now we're looking at the logo for the business, the Sweetest Sting. My client asked that I could include this somewhere in the piece. And here we are off and running, painting our Precious moment and turning it into a Precious Juggalo. To do that, of course, we have to repaint the face white in preparation for some Juggalo face paint. We're also going to repaint the canvas white so we can have a blank canvas for the new messaging that we're going to add later. This footage is of course captured during one of my many live streams here on YouTube. I live stream every Monday through Friday, 4:30 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. Stop on by sometime. It's a good time every time. So you're probably asking yourself, what kind of business is the Sweetest Sting? Well, they offer special services for people that want to have hair removed from certain locations that might be uncomfortable for some. That's why my client thought this was a pretty fitting piece for the business, if you know what I mean. So we're continuing to add white paint to get that canvas perfectly clean. There we are cleaning her eyes. I got a little overpaint from the white. Happens quite often, cleaning the sides of the canvas. Now we're looking at the Instagram of the Sweetest Sting again, just to get a sense of the color palette. Because the client asked if I could paint the apron of the little juggalette artist to match the smocks that they have at their work. So that's what I was trying to do here. First attempt was a little too light. Didn't really look exactly how I wanted it to go by comparison to the Instagram account, of course. So here we are, darkening that paint up. We're going to try it again. And that's the nature of the beast. You try and you try again. One interesting side note of working on this piece while I live streamed was the client actually joined in during the live streams and provided some important input and insight as to what they do at their jobs and why she wanted the piece and how she kind of wanted it to look. So it was very interactive, very entertaining, and really fun to do. It's interesting how you kind of get to know people while you're working on pieces like this for them when they special order a very specific butthole. So like I said, we were darkening up the green to better match the color palette of the business. It's starting to come together much better at this point, and that's good because we're wrapping up day one of what took 3 one-hour stream sessions to complete this piece. As a recap, day one we put white on the face, put white on the canvas, and green on the smock. So we're going to cut away here because I did something unusual when it comes to live streaming with commission pieces. I worked off camera and I added the logo to the smock. I don't know why I didn't turn the cameras on, but here's a look at it up close and personal. I think it turned out pretty good, which is amazing because my handwriting is terrible and that is some serious detail paint. Whew. So we got black paint out because it's day 2 and it's time to start painting that Juggalo face paint that I've become so popular for. On this girl, this juggalette, we've decided to go with a violent J motif on the face. It's going down pretty well so far, getting the eyebrow makeup done. Already did the nose, already did the little rectangles above and below the eyes. Just about to get started on the mouth. There we go. When it's really sped up like this, boy, it makes it look like I know what I'm doing. But trust me, it takes time. Now it's time to start painting the letters on the canvas. This is what makes this piece a signature butthole piece. Kind of something I've been becoming popular for, gone viral a couple of times with the fact that I paint this butthole messaging on Precious Moments figures. And there it is. Show me your butthole. I'm gonna tidy this up. I'm choosing a color palette that matches the color palette of the business. I'm gonna tidy up the letters a little bit more, tidy up the little hole in the middle of the O of butthole. Now I'm adding some yellow accents to the centers of those letters, really making it pop off the canvas. That's really starting to look like a real nice, real clean butthole. If you're curious why I paint this butthole messaging on my pieces, I explain all of that in another video called the Precious Juggalo Special Order Butthole. Go check it out and you'll know all the answers to your questions. So now we're into part 3 of a 3-part series of live stream videos. Gonna be focusing on a lot of the little tiny details. And that hot glue gun on the desk is because the client, again, special requested that I include in there some of the honey wax that they use for the work that they do at their business. So the original piece held a crayon in her hand. I changed it to be more like a tongue depressor, like you would see at a hair removal salon. So I painted it to look like wood, and now I'm mixing up some paint and some hot glue and getting a closer look. Look at that little dabble doer right there. That is looking like some hot wax ready to go into a uncomfortable spot on someone's body to remove some unsightly hair. It's time for one final pass on the makeup on the face of this little juggalette. Just really trying to get all the little points to be sharp, all the corners to be square, and all the lines to be straight and clean. Kind of a big deal to me. I have a real high standard for how my pieces look. Sometimes it's frustrating just how much I focus and hyper focus on these little details. I can go back and forth 1,000 times between white paint and black paint, but eventually it comes out looking good, I think, anyway. So now it's a final pass on the letters on the canvas. Same thing as the face, just trying to get everything as square and straight and clean as I can. As I mentioned before, I have terrible handwriting, so it's kind of funny to me that I've become known for the phrasing that I paint on my pieces when I can't stand the way it looks because it looks like a child's handwriting. But you know what? That works, because Precious Moments figurines are of children. And here we are, a final piece. Here's how we started. Here's the midpoint. And here's how we ended up, a close-up look at that honey wax. And one final look at the finished piece before I sent it off to my client. Well, that's it. That would be the Sweetest Sting, or another signature butthole from Precious Juggalos. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you would like, click around, check out some of my other videos, like and subscribe, do all the things, and just know that I appreciate that you watched. I love you, and I'll see you in the next one.